to be a part of the journey of opening this up to hundreds and then thousands of more people in the future.
Live coverage of an absolute
Astronaut
fraud.
002.
Look at this.
Beth Moses. I'll be spaceship cabin lead and test director. I cannot remember not dreaming of going to space. There's the little tiny kid looking up at the stars, the little girl
God.
making model rockets.
Do you
It just
see
was part of my childhood.
how
I think it's a
dumb
very
this
natural,
is?
human, innate
There's no
curiosity. We're
situation
all
where
explorers and adventurers.
you have
so
that
I
kind
really
of
don't
money,
remember
but
an
you can't
age
fix
or
your
a
teeth.
moment where I discovered space. I just always remember
You don't know anything
dreaming
about
of going to
space. You're a porn actress.
Astronaut
Look at this guy.
001,
Virgin,
Richard Branson. I'll be
Mary, Mother of
evaluating
God.
the customer spaceflight experience.
Astronaut
Now, here we go.
001.
This is
What a
a
title
new
to have.
porn
Now, I
actress
don't know about you guys, but
that
I'm
would
excited
be
to
doing
hear
porn.
who gets the spot of
Nose
007
rings.
as well. So let's
All
hear
right.
more about the
Put her,
man
little,
who
put her,
has
put
the
her,
license
put her
to
engagement
drill.
ring on, her nails. Absolute porn. Okay, sorry. Look at
Now say what you want
now
about Richard Branson.
another guy that fucking
And I have.
you know Stephen
He has left
Colbert
an indelible
is
mark
a
in the world of
complete
business, travel, and
soldier
entertainment.
soul piece
And it's
of
all been
garbage.
fueled by his restless sense of adventure.
You know for a fact.
And where did
he
Richard
is.
get that intrepid spirit? His mother, Eve Branson.
There we go.
She taught Richard to be bold,
Oh, people.
to be brave, and Richard knows for many reasons today would not be possible without Eve. And he's penned a special letter in tribute to her.
Okay. This is the dumbest thing you've ever seen. Presenting partner, New Mexico.
Dear Mum, you always told me to reach for the stars. Well, I took my own winding road, but I always knew to follow your lead.
Let's make sure that you understand.
You always pushed us to
You
our
will
limits.
never see.
When I was a
Them
child,
from
you threw me
space.
out of the car miles from our house
If
and
you know
urged me
anything
to
about
find
the
my
Bible.
own way home. You let me jump into a river to sink or
There's a
swim.
firmament, and it's done.
You and Dad taught me and my sisters
That's it.
independence and loved us with fierceness and tenderness.
It's
You were always
2021.
an adventurer.
There's cameras on
You
your
took lighter
phone.
lessons dressed as a boy. And
Every
used to
camera
join
on your
World War
phone
II,
works.
Toured Germany as
Take
a
a
ballet dancer after the war.
take one video.
You flew treacherous
of where
routes
you're
as
going.
an intrepid cabin crew for start-up airlines.
Just watch. You won't
You took us
even.
into the great
You won't
unknown
even
on
see.
family holidays. You treated every day as a chance
You
to
would think these
explore.
guys in space.
Before the word
I
existed,
take a video
you
every
were
time.
always
Every time I
an
see something.
entrepreneur. You
Watch.
helped make ends
They won't
meet
even take a
by
video
creating your
when they
own
get up
small
to space.
businesses.
Fucking guarantee.
You showed me how to grow a company, how to treat people, how to be creative,
I sold his
how
soul
to
a long
balance
time
work and
ago.
play,
Virgin,
how to live.
Virgin Mother of Mary of
You were
God.
always a romantic.
That's why he had with the
You
name
and Dad showed
Virgin.
Joan and me
So-
the way to build
so
a
is
life
little Satan.
filled with humour and heart, hope and humility,
Jewish.
honesty and happiness. You showed us
Fucking
the value
sold
of
his soul
kindness,
a long time ago.
the magic
Look
of
at
laughter, the beauty
Virgin.
of music.
it. You don't
the
come
joy
up with
of
the name
family.
Virgin unless you think about
You always
Virgin
my
Mary
guiding
Mother
light
of
at
God.
Virgin Galactic.
Such a piece
You
of
shared with
garbage.
me that the day we named our mothership VMS Eve was one of your happiest. You always knew Eve would start my journey to space one day, just as I always knew you would do the impossible
That's
for
such a
me.
piece of shit. I'm
Well,
telling you
Mum,
right now.
a
It's such
mothership
a
which
piece of
carries
shit.
your name will carry the next generation of dreamers into space.
You're not going
You
to
were always
space.
a dreamer. You urged me to strive for every opportunity I saw. You told me to chase my wildest fantasies and to live life to the full. Well, the brave may not live forever, but the cautious do not live at all.
I don't even know how you even got that image.
How you
because-
loved,
How'd you get that image if you weren't
and how
in
you were
space?
missed. Dad always said, "Isn't life wonderful?" And you both showed us it was.
Built a whole company on fucking Jesus' legacy of
Always.
Virgin Mary, Mother of God. Remember that. And remember, nobody took that picture, okay? There's no freaking secret camera in the background.
Such a beautiful letter. Eve Branson really was an inspiration to all of us here
Okay,
at
here's a
Virgin
porn
Galactic.
star. with a nose
If
ring.
you're just now tuning in, my name is Veronica McGowan. I'm a structures operations engineer here at Virgin Galactic.
She's an
Alongside me
operations
is astronaut
engineer.
Chris
Give me a
Hadfield
break.
and future astronaut Kelly
She's a
Girardi.
porn star
So great to have you
who's
guys
acting.
here. Earlier today, we saw Richard and his crew make their way down to the astronaut walkway at Spaceport America, seeing their families off before they were escorted to our spaceflight system, where final inspections and preparations were made before takeoff. They were driven to the runway in our fleet of Land Rovers, and Land Rover is our exclusive automotive partner, and they help with day-to-day operations. And in fact, we have a bespoke vehicle that we designed with them called the Astronaut Edition. And
Do you
this
not
is
understand
exclusively
what
available
Hollywood
to Virgin
movies
Galactic
are?
future astronauts, and
This
it's the
is
one
fake.
that drove Richard to
Everything here is fake.
to Spaceship Unity this morning. So we're delighted to have Land Rover as a part of the team.
This is a joke.
And right
This
now,
is
our
a
crew are
Hollywood
on their way
movie.
to space. Let's check
They
in
just
on
have
them via our onboard
enough money
camera
to do
footage.
this.
Wow, look at that view already, and you can see some contrails. Chris, how do you think the crew will be feeling right about now?
So many different things at once. They're just about leveled off at altitude, right up at 46,000
Okay.
feet. But inside their bodies, they've got like this tug of war going on because they're focused. Like there's no more focused, the 4 in the back and the 2 in the front, really focused. But at the same time,
If
there's
that's
this,
a real picture, show
rising
other video.
excitement that you can feel like a thermometer going up inside your own body. But I remember at the time, what I really wanted to do was go back to my
Dude,
9-year-old
seriously,
self and
how-
just run
how-
around the
how long are you gonna
cockpit
show this
and
picture?
scream and wave my hands.
It's
'cause
fake.
It's just so exciting and fun. They're focused, they're
They're
professional,
not
they're doing their
even
job, but
showing
it's just a
this
magnificent
image
moment as we
going
get ready
any
for
further.
ignition.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's certainly a
Next
mixture
thing you know,
of
you got
excitement
freaking-
and anticipation
Okay,
with our
you're going
crew
so
today.
fast, but the other
But they
picture
will
was
all
no
be
fast.
focused on the task at hand, as you
It's
said, and
ugly.
preparing themselves to run through their individual test points. And on the subject of testing, today's spaceflight is an opportunity for us to evaluate
Dude,
our
these
cabin
guys are
experience. It's the
fucking
environment where
idiots.
our passengers will cross the 50-mile border
They're in New
defined
Mexico,
by NASA as
and
the
they're just
entry
going
to
up
space.
into space.
Let's hear more about the transformative journey that our crew are on.
Dude, I don't want to hear one more thing about this bullshit. You can hire this guy to do anything.
Well, hello.
He's such a fucking piece of shit. You can hire
was
this
just
guy to do anything.
Contemplating the wonder of innovation.
He's such a piece of
Back in
shit.
1860, it took 10 days for the Pony Express to deliver a letter from Missouri to the toilet while they vacation on the other side of the world.
Here's your script you're reading.
Progress.
Read your script.
But while some technology has grown exponentially, others have remained practically the same. Planes still travel at the same speed they did 50 years ago.
Okay.
We still use the same ground launch system from the early days of space travel,
You
and they
reading
haven't
your
come out with
script?
a new snow cone machine in years.
Okay, good.
That's
good,
where the
good comedy.
innovations of
Read
Virgin
your
Galactic
script. Read your,
come in.
read your script, Stephen.
What does spaceflight with Virgin Galactic entail? Well,
Read
it
your
has
script.
a unique combination of revolutionary design innovations that make it like no other vehicle that has ever gone before. Firstly, air launch. Most rockets you see make a loud and bumpy vertical launch from the ground. To launch from the ground requires huge amounts of energy to lift the vehicle from a static start and to propel it through the thickest parts of the Earth's atmosphere. Instead, Virgin Galactic spaceflight starts with a smooth runway takeoff,
wow. It's a
not
plane.
dissimilar to a conventional commercial airliner. The
It's a plane.
spaceship
Oh,
attached
wow.
to a mothership
Oh, guess what? You just
gracefully
took off on a
ascends to
plane.
the launch altitude of around
There's no such
50,000
thing.
feet, bypassing the thickest parts of the Earth's atmosphere, making it far more
Guess
energy
what?
efficient and far more
You're
comfortable
gonna
for
just
the
see whatever
passengers
you see from
inside.
the
When the
airplanes.
vehicles have reached the launch altitude and location, Mission Control provides clearance for release.
Release.
The pilots activate the launch and set spaceship free.
Oh,
Within
please.
seconds, the rocket motor ignites as the vehicle starts its rapid ascent toward the stars. During this awe-inspiring journey, the spaceship reaches speeds of up to 3 times the speed of sound. And
Not-
out the window,
not
passengers
once.
will watch the color change
Not
from blue
once
through
will you
indigo,
see
and then
any-
to the iconic inky black.
Not
as
once
they
will you see
soar
anything
into space.
that we can see. It's all simulated.
Once the rocket
Just
motor
watch.
shuts down, passengers will unbuckle their seatbelts and float effortlessly around the cabin, enjoying the childlike freedom of zero gravity. The cabin becomes a spacious, three-dimensional playground
Show us
as
your cell
passengers
phones.
experience
Show us your
space
cell
firsthand,
phones.
helmet-free. The
You
ship
can still
has
record
an
video.
incredible
You don't need to have
17
service to record
windows,
video, do
and
you?
passengers won't be able to resist being drawn towards the undeniable, euphoric beauty that lies beneath, as planet Earth looks right back at them in all her majesty. Whilst enjoying weightlessness and the life-changing view,
all fake.
the vehicle is
We
preparing
already know
itself
it's
for re-entry into the Earth's atmosphere, utilizing the